Whether it's health crisis or national security situation, we live in a fast-changing, uncertain and complex world. Sometimes we refer our current environment with a military jargon called VUCA. Volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, which is the reality of our time. But at the same time, this VUCA environment offers the opportunity to learn the art of improvisation as well. और हमारे लिए समय काफ़ी सीखने जैसा है. Amid this environment, our country has taken the call of Aatmanirbhar Bharat. It is important to note that it is not a sudden call to self-reliance. Yes, the developments in the last 2 years have pushed us to craft a more holistic vision for Aatmanirbharta. But from my experience of promotional work from 2014, I can say that the spirit of self-reliance has been an integral part of every single policy move and reforms that we have witnessed in the last 7 years. And it reflects in our reform, perform and transform approach as well. It started with rebuilding the self-belief, which is the foundation of Aatmanirbharta. And it was our self-pride and self-belief that was under attack for decades. We are a youthful country, and our energy, spirit and intent must power our self-reliance efforts as well. हमारे आत्मनिर्भरता के विजन की सबसे महत्वपूर्ण डायमेंशन है हमारा डिफेंस सेक्टर. And the success of our self-reliant mission in many ways depends upon the success of this sector. पिछले कुछ सालों में डिफेंस सेक्टर में काफ़ी इंकरेजिंग मूव्स लिए गए हैं. And those small yet impactful moves have now started showing the results. In the defense budget 2022, 70% of the budget has been earmarked for the domestic industry alone. And 25% of the defense R&D budget has been set aside for the industry, startups and academia. So far, 2 positive lists of indigenization have been released by the Ministry of Defense, and the work on 3rd list is already underway. Since the announcement of these positive indigenization lists of over 200 defense equipments, contracts of worth 54,000 crore have been signed with the domestic players. It's a huge step for our domestic industry, including the MSMEs and startups. और कहीं ना कहीं ये हमारी वर्तमान लीडरशिप के आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के और हमारे रक्षा क्षेत्र को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के संकल्प की मजबूती को भी दिखाता है. These lists includes not just the simple equipments, but some high technology weapon systems and platforms as well. And now we are gradually moving toward 100% indigenization on naval ammunition. Last year, we saw the corporatization of ordnance factory boards. 41 production units of ordnance factory boards were converted into 7 DPSUs, 7 new public sector companies. साथ ही हम दोनों डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स में उत्तर प्रदेश और तमिलनाडु में धीरे धीरे प्रयासों में एक नई गति भी देख रहे हैं. और अब दोनों डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स को पीएम गति शक्ति मास्टर प्लान के साथ इंटीग्रेट करने का निर्णय भी लिया गया है. इसी के साथ देश में डिफेंस स्टार्टअप्स एंड इनोवेशन के इन्वायरमेंट को बिल्ड करने के लिए साल 2018 में आईडेक्स इनिशिएटिव भी लॉन्च किया गया था और इस बार आईडेक्स प्राइम को लॉन्च करने की घोषणा की गई है टू सपोर्ट द प्रोजेक्ट्स बियॉन्ड 1.5 करोड़ टू अप टू 10 करोड़. साथ ही एक इंडिजिनाइजेशन पोर्टल सृजन भी लॉन्च किया गया है टू प्रोवाइड एन इंटरफेस between the DPSUs, services and startups and MSMEs to collaborate on import substitution. और इसी के साथ साथ जो डिफेंस सेक्टर के कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सेक्टर्स हैं, जैसे कि ड्रोन सेक्टर और स्पेस सेक्टर, उनमें भी अब प्रयासों को एक काफ़ी डेडिकेटेड फोकस के साथ आगे बढ़ाया जा रहा है. And the result of these small big initiative, the cumulative effect of all these initiative is that now we have left our old defense importer image behind, and gradually we are becoming a defense exporter. At this moment, we are already supplying the defense equipments and services to over 75 countries. और हमारे डिफेंस एक्सपोर्ट नंबर्स हैव इंक्रीज 6 times इन द लास्ट 6 years. एक और जहां DRDO अपने टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट फंड के थ्रू डिफरेंट स्टार्टअप्स एंड MSMEs को उनकी R&D एक्टिविटीज़ में फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, वहीं दूसरी ओर नाउ वी कैन सी सम क्रिएटिव इम्प्रोवाइजेशंस एज वेल टू सेलिब्रेट द अमृत काल ऑफ आवर इंडिपेंडेंस. Under the Vigyan Sarvatra Pujate initiative, DRDO is going to organize lectures and discussions of DRDO scientists in 33 different locations across 16 cities and in 11 Indian languages. इसी के साथ साथ जो स्कूल गोइंग किड्स हैं, they have also now started preparing their music bands to perform regularly at the National War Memorial to celebrate the spirit of courage, duty, and patriotism. That's the spirit of Self-Reliant Bharat and its self-reliant defense sector. Now the question is how we, as the professional from IT sector, can participate in this. And how can we contribute our part? अभी कुछ दिन पहले while addressing a webinar आत्मनिर्भर इन डिफेंस कॉल टू एक्शन, हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने while interacting with the private sector players, startups and MSMEs एक काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण बात शेयर की. उन्होंने कहा कि भारत की जो IT की ताकत है, ये हमारा बहुत बड़ा सामर्थ्य है, और जितना ज़्यादा हम अपनी इस ताकत को अपने रक्षा क्षेत्र में इस्तेमाल करते जाएंगे, उतना ही ज़्यादा हम अपनी सुरक्षा को लेकर आश्वस्त होंगे. इट इज़ रिलेटेड टू आवर नेशनल सिक्योरिटी. एंड PM Modi often appeals the youth of the country to connect with the defense sector as well. Friends, जहाँ तक IT as a sector की बात है, definitely we will build the cutting edge technologies and innovation to contribute in building a strong self-reliant defense sector. But the question is, how can we contribute as an IT professional? And how can we play our part? IT professionals of Bharat are known for their skills, talent, professional ethics, and IQ across the world. Can't we leverage our skills to contribute in building a self-reliant defense sector of our country? Now you may ask, how can we do it? What an IT professional can do about the defense sector? आखिर हम इसमें कर ही क्या सकते हैं? You can do what I am doing right now. I am also an IT professional, but at the same time, I promote the trajectory of our defense sector and some relevant information about our self-reliant drive among the youth, startups and MSMEs. और हमारा जो अभी डिफेंस सेक्टर है, इसके self-reliant move में lots of happenings are going on. And there are thousands of engineering, mechanical engineering, electronics engineering and other engineering grads around us. And now each one of us get the opportunity to interact some startup entrepreneur here and there in our daily life as well. If we started sharing the relevant information about our defense sector's initiatives with those who need it, and if possible, in the language they could understand. That will be our contribution in building a self-reliant defense sector of our country. So again, I appeal to all of you. We live in a VUCA environment, and in this environment, our country has taken the call of self-reliance. Our approach should not be limited to only survive. We need to thrive in this environment and to make our country thrive as well. Namaskar.